Hello, I hope you're doing well today. Today, we'll be going over some tips and tricks everyone needs to know. An annoying feature in this game is fall damage. Of course, there has to be fall damage in the game, right? So, when we fall off of a structure or something, we take a little bit of damage. Alright, and that was a short fall, it took quite a bit of damage. This is a great thing in PvP if you can kick people, knock people off cliffs and stuff. But, so how do we avoid fall damage? Well, one way to do it is to hit the jump button again while you're falling to bring up your bird form. And that'll keep you from taking fall damage. But how often does that bird form fail when you're falling off of something short that's still going to do some damage to you? All right, there's a way that's more dependable. So when you fall off of something, right before you hit the ground, hit block. And you won't take any damage. All right, so this next tip will be useful for those of you in guilds. If you are trying to do your quest that has you killing wildkins, no matter what level you are, you can help your guild with this contract. So under guild contract, you'll see something like this: defeat wildkin. Okay, well, to do this is pretty easy. So I can show you this trick. You can pull up your map. If you're on a controller, just hit open menu, and you can scroll. You can choose an area. So for instance, let's choose Monolith Wastelands. It'll take us over here, and then we can go. There's available content, and then monster info. Click monster info. It'll show us here Flame Desert Wizard. We can click on him. Flame Desert Wizard is humanoid, not akin, okay? If we come down to Desert Flower is a wild kin. Now, so far, every place I've checked, it seems to be the non-humanoid creatures are wild kin. Right, so anything that looks like an animal is going to be wild kin, and that's pretty much all you need to do is kill those, and you will level up that contract. Alright, real quick, let's go over what the defense button is for. If you have a great sword, it's the one that does this. It'll be different things for different players, but yeah, it's your roll, your defense. Not every weapon has this, but for the ones that do, all right, we'll use the wolves because they're the easy ones. So we hit it and then cancel my attack and wait for it. All right, so I could technically just use it to block an attack, right, and it protects me a little bit. But what it's really meant for is when they start charging up an attack, you'll see this purple circle form around them. Right, you'll see this purple charging circle around them. It'll charge fast or slow depending on the ability, so you need to be able to time it. And right before it ends, you hit your block, and you'll defend against it. You'll get a defense if you did it right. You'll get a perfect if you did it perfect. And every now and again, it counterattacks. Alright, so check out my inventory. It's almost empty, right? Alright, so then I'm going to go over to this crafting guy over here. Alright, we're going to check out the crafter. And as you can see, we can craft stuff. So as you can see, I have nothing in my inventory yet. I can craft quality mana still, right, from my regular mana still. Skip this. As you can see, crafting these, technically it could fail, but I think at the lower level ones, it doesn't fail very often. All right, so we crafted those. And now that we have quality mana still, we can now craft some more weapons. And again, nothing was in my inventory. And we'll show you with cooking, it's the same thing. I can come over here. Okay, so like I can make meat and onion soup, craft as many of those as possible, cook, and I didn't have anything in my inventory. So where is all my stuff? It's in my bank. All right, so this game has an awesome ability to basically craft from your storage, which is great. That is so much better than having to go and pull out each individual piece from storage to put in your inventory. This allows you to basically max out your bank and keep your inventory clutter free. And one of the great things about the bank is if you come in here, as you can see down here at the bottom, there's a plus sign. You can increase your storage. All right, you increase it by 5 every time. Right now it's up to 175,000 for 5 slots, but it didn't, could cost, I think that the first one cost like 5,000, so it's not expensive. You can quickly get this up to whatever you need it to be at. And if you see here, inventory bags start at 250,000 for your first upgrade. So the bank is definitely the better way to go. All right, in Throne of Liberty, there's these things called Mystic Keys. And how you check how many you have is you open the map. All right, and in the top right, it shows how many you have. I currently have 5. And then you can use these Mystic Keys to unlock Mystic Portals. Alright, these Mystic Portals are located around the map. They just look like these red dots. They're kind of hard to see. You can only see them on your mini-map. So let me move away from it a little bit so we can see it better. Okay, up there on the mini-map on the right, you can see my arrow pointing at it. It looks like kind of a a circle with a bunch of rings around it. This is a mystic portal point. You can go put your key in there and it'll open a portal. And then you got to go find the portal. All right, so that's another issue there. Okay, so we will put our key in, open the portal. All right, we got precious ore and 100 contract points. All right, so once you've unlocked a mystic globe and gotten the reward, there's a small chance a mystic portal will open up somewhere. And once it does open, it's only open for a very small period of time, so you need to make sure to check for it. Usually you can open your map. Unfortunately, this one didn't open one for us. Right, so I found another mystic globe. We're just going to open it up and show you. We'll use a key. It'll open it up and we'll get some loot. And this time it'll spawn a portal. So as you can see, a mystic portal has been detected in the Monolith Wastelands. So if we open our map, we can see the area the mystic portal is going to be in. Right, if we go over there and we look for it, it won't be exactly on that spot. But when we get to that area, you'll notice that there is a big red globe, basically. Almost the same thing as the little one, but just bigger. And we can go up and open that up and get even more loot. Now, this is going to take another mystic key. So it just depends. It's up to you if you want to burn another mystic key or not, but it's more loot. So this one gives me 100 abyssal tokens and like 8 extraction stones. So that's pretty nice. Alright, so to cook in this game, you need to find a cooking oven, basically. Cooking station. I think you can use campfires too. Alright, but you need most towns are going to have cooking ovens. They look like this. So if we looked on the map. Alright, so on the map, they basically are going to look like a fireplace. Alright, and that's where you're going to go to cook. Pretty simple. You just go up to it and then you put recipes in it. And yeah, doesn't really start teaching you about cooking until you're like level 30. So, but here we are. If you have the ingredients, you can make a recipe, and the recipe will do certain things. Like this one will give us max health and health regen for 15 to 30 minutes. Alright, so cooking seems pretty simple, but when you're low level, everything requires salt that you can cook to level up your cooking skill with. So how do you get salt? Well, there's a couple ways to do it. One of them is to go down to a beach, basically. Go anywhere where there is creatures that would live in salt water and kill them, and they have a small chance of dropping salt. The other way to do it is to send your amatoid on expeditions in areas that have salt, and you may get some salt from the expeditions. Now, one of the best ways of getting salt in this game is pretty easy to do, especially if you've hit level 50 on your battle pass. You just open up your battle pass here, right, and it's to use your star crystals. So open the Zenith Star shop. All right, so this doesn't cost you anything, right? You earn this through the battle pass. You have a free version of the battle pass if you don't want to pay. Right, and then we scroll down and yeah, there's salt. So for each battle pass session, you can buy basically 500 salt. So that's the easiest way to get salt, and as you notice, it doesn't cost that many. So you can get just enough of this to get through your cooking levels, so you can get into stuff that doesn't require salt. So what exactly are precious blessing pouches? Because you can buy this in the store, right? So if we go to the store, we look, we scroll down, we can buy this with coins that we are earning throughout the game. Right, so we can buy them for 45. And we can buy 15 per month. Okay, but what are they exactly? If I hover over them and look, it has a list of purple weapons, but it says plus 60 at the bottom, so we can't see any more than that, right? These are 45 tokens, so we'll open it up, and now we have a possible chance of getting any items in this. But if we look, it's more than just purple. This is one way of getting purple gear, though. But if you notice, it also gives blue gear. All right, so we can get blue and purple out of this, or we could get a couple of other little things like scrolls. But yeah, so if we use it, it's a gambling bag, right? Of course, we're gonna get scrolls and the solar, right? Whoop, right? We didn't get a weapon, but this could be a way to getting some gear without having to go grind for it. But you'll be burning a lot of your tokens for it. So if there's something else you'd rather buy, because for your ornate coins. Sorry, that's what they're called. You can get growth stones if you're running low on them for whatever reason. You can come in here and get them with ornate tokens. And of course, for a lot of tokens, you can get these little guys and whatever else they add to the store. Because of course, as the game goes on, they're going to add more things to it. But you can get your extraction stones here, enchanted ink, you know. So you may want to burn all of them on your pouches. But we're going to go ahead and do that for now. So to earn ornate coins, so you can buy these things, you can earn them through the collection codex. All right, so like near Castleton, we've done 6 of 32. If we continue going and getting all the 32 in the Castleton area, who to get more ornate coins. All right, so, but as you notice, there's only a few of these you can get. So once you've gotten all of them, that's pretty much it. Unless they, of course, as they add new regions and new things to the game, they may increase this list and increase the ability to get ornate coins, but ornate coins currently seem to be finite. Maybe I don't completely understand everything about ornate coins. If that's the case, that's great. Let me know in the comments below that I got it wrong, and let us know what's going on. As far as I can tell, that's where you earn ornate coins, and that's how, so they are finite. So you may not want to burn all of them on those bags, since you are able to do dungeons. But for the purposes here, we're going to go ahead and buy the maximum number we can, which is 14. 630 coins, so it'll leave me with, I won't be able to do this very often before I completely run out. Go ahead and purchase them. And we'll see what happens, right? We'll see. It doesn't really tell us what the probability of it is, but I'm betting we get a lot of these contracts and Cellerite for more than anything else. Maybe on their website or something they'll have the probabilities listed. I'm not seeing anything in game about the probabilities. I know California law kind of requires them for gambling boxes like this. This is kind of a gotcha pack to apply the gambling probabilities. Then again, we're not spending money on it, so maybe they don't have to tell us. Use. All right, what did we get? All right, so we got a bunch of, like I said, we got a bunch of scrolls. We got a couple of blue items. We got absolutely no purple tier from 15 of these boxes. Not a single one purple tier. And we're getting items that I don't even use. So definitely, you're probably better off focus on dungeons to get your gear rather than this. But maybe some of these blue items will be better than what I have currently equipped. All right, so you have a quest to dissolve an item, but how do you do it, especially with a controller, right? So we'll go into that real quick and go over this. It's a very beginner tip, but you know, not everybody knows how to do it, especially with a controller. So you come in with a controller. If you hit the shortcut, which is the left stick on my controller, it should tell you at the bottom here to see more options. You can see here these things that are lit up, right? If this out right here is lit up, it's dissolvable. So that's how you know it can be dissolved. How do you dissolve it with a controller? That is the trick, right? Because the dissolve is not here. With a mouse and keyboard, it's pretty easy. So we'll show you with the mouse and keyboard. Okay, with the mouse and keyboard, you simply left click and it locks this in place. And now you can just come down to dissolve. All right, and that's how you would do it with a keyboard. But with the controller to dissolve, it's a little bit different than the keyboard. So you got to go into inventory. All right, and then you can see we can come down the daggers. But if you notice at the bottom of the screen, I'll keep moving this around so we can see at the bottom of our inventory, we have a right stick option. And you see how it has different symbols down there. All right, so if we click down on the right stick, we can see the different symbols. And now we can move through it with the D-pad. So we have the lithograph, we want to add it to lithograph. We have trait extraction. We have dissolve. We have destroy. We also have expand inventory if we want. No, that's expensive. All right, but we'll go ahead and dissolve this dagger. So we'll hit dissolve. All right, and now we can choose. It shows us the dissolvable items. They're highlighted. So now we can dissolve them to get certain items. So if we were to dissolve the daggers, for instance, we'll get quality magic powder. If we were to dissolve our blue daggers, you know, we get precious magic powder. So this is a way to getting some more crafting items. And you'll need to do this at least once. And it looks like it's going to cost us some solent to dissolve as well. We need to do this at least once for the quest, right? So we'll dissolve. And there we go. All right, something to note on your battle pass here is very important when the battle pass is coming to an end. All right, so technically right now while I'm recording this, the battle pass ends in 5 days and 6 hours. When this ends, your star crystals get converted. All right, so this will drop to 0 before the next event starts. Right, and the remaining, so let's say I didn't spend any of these, I would get 735 quality recovery crystals in place of star crystals, and my star crystal count will go to 0. So you can't hang on to these for next season. So you have to earn these every season. So go into your star shop and just buy stuff. All right. Once you've maxed out your battle pass, instead of these giving you experience points towards your next level because you know it's leveled up, instead these just become star crystals. So this is a great way of earning extra star crystals. If you found any of these tips helpful, make sure to smash that like button. Have an awesome day.